What is happening, friends and family and friends? Welcome. Welcome to this episode of Grover Takeover. I am MT Aunt Grover. You know I am the Grover in the Grover Takeover. Before I get started, please remember that I need for you to like, for you to comment, for you to share, for you to subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Reach down and click that notification bell so that you can be notified of all available content. I'm about to jump right in, get started. I hope that you are ready for me because I am ready for you. Let's take over. I will be bringing back the somber note this week. I am talking about someone being dead. I'm talking about more than that though. I'm about to regale you with a little tale here. A 23-year-old McDonald's worker named Matthew Webb in Brooklyn, New York, was shot in the neck over some cold fries. The victim has died after being on life support for several days. The 20-year-old shooter, Michael Morgan, was in custody and was being charged with attempted murder and criminal possession of a weapon. That means he did not have a license to carry this weapon. Probably was stolen. Who knows? I'm sure more will come out about that. Of course, now that the victim has died, his charges have been updated, and he went to court a couple days ago. On August 8th. Now, the altercation over these fries initially happened and took place between Webb and Morgan's mother, whose name is Lisa Fulmore. Now, Fulmore called her son to the restaurant with his girlfriend, Camilla Dunlap. Now, Camilla is the girlfriend. Camilla is being charged in connection because she's the one that handed Morgan the gun. So the woman basically said that her French fries were cold. And when she asked for more fries, the way the story was explained was that a young lady that was working behind the counter, she took her fries, she put the fries in a larger fry container. She got a larger fry container and she put those fries in and added some hot fries on top of the fries. So this way she was giving the lady more fries, than what she had initially. This was not good enough for her. She began to rant and rave and act like a fool, I'm sure. Well, that's not even sure. That's just what happened. At this point, let me throw in this word, allegedly. Allegedly, at this point, she is ranting, acting a fool about some frickin' French fries. And these people that are working there, of course, they found it funny, so they laughed at her. I would have laughed at her. I probably would have done a lot more than laugh at her. But either way, she did not like this. And so she starts berating them, calling them names. And one of the young men, being the victim, Matthew Webb, he says things back to her. She lashed out at him. He lashed back. This lady then proceeds to get on the phone and call her son, Michael Morgan, 20 years old. Now, this is a 40-year-old woman that we're talking about here. She called her son up there and the son, who was right down the block, he shows up and she tells him, these are her words, take care of the problem. Take care of the problem. Now, Morgan then shot Webb in the neck outside of the restaurant. Once he was in custody, Morgan confessed to not to this shooting. Of course, he didn't have any choice but to confess because he did it in front of people. But he also confessed to an unrelated homicide from 2 years ago, from 2020. I guess he said he's going down, so he's just going to go ahead and tell him what he did then. Now, the mother, Fulmore, she tried to defend her son because she stated that, her son told him to come outside and he left, and that the victim went outside to look for him. Lies. If somebody tells you to come outside and you're at your job, you're going to do one or two things. You're going to either ignore them and go on about your work day, or you're going to go outside and see that they're there or not there and fight or whatever you're going to do. That boy did not leave and go outside and look for this woman's son. The son didn't go anywhere. Sits up there and says that when they went outside, she heard gunshots. And when she looked out the window, she saw the victim, Webb, laying on the ground, saw her son running up the block, and then proceeds to say, how do we even know that my son shot him? You can't prove that he shot him. You're stupid, lady. Now I know, just stupid. Now this is my thing right here. This is bad parenting at its worst. You know, people are so low down and conniving. Why would you do this to your very own child? Why would you call your son up there to get him in trouble and knowing he was clearly, this lady knew that the boy was loose. Like he was a loose cannon. She knew that he was the type of person that will do something like this. That's why she called him up there in the first place. And to me, it seemed, I feel like she did it on purpose. Now, they're up here charging the girlfriend, Camilla Dunlap. They need to charge because she's the cause of all of this. She knew her son was going to come up there and do something to this boy. If it was that serious, why didn't you go to get the gun and come back and shoot the boy yourself so that your broke down, lumpy butt ass could go to jail? But why would you do this to your own son? Conniving, no down ratchet. Because the thing about it is this right here. She probably did it on purpose because she probably wanted her son out of her house and had some unrelated fear of him and knew he wouldn't just leave. So she probably did this on purpose so that he could get arrested. Because you know people are no good. People are downright no good. Just because you have the reproductive organs and parts to create a child, everybody doesn't need a child. This lady is mentally ill. Her son is mentally ill. They are mentally ill together. If he is going to jail, she needs to be sitting right there next to him. Anybody that acts like this over some freaking French fries, see, the thing that kills me about people like this showing out in these restaurants and stuff, why are you acting like this about French fries? That shows right there that you are low end, gutter, and trash. Nothing but the three aforementioned things that I just said. Because who has time to rant and rave and shoot somebody over some French fries? You wouldn't even know what it's like to sit in a fine dining restaurant because you don't have the class, nor do you have the wherewithal to know. You wouldn't know which fork to use. You can tell this is the type of person who's got roaches in their house and thinks that it's normal. Woo. I'm getting hot. That was a whole rant. That means it is time to go. I do hope that you have enjoyed this episode of Grover Takeover. I didn't do very much laughing because this crap pissed me off. Please remember that I need for you to like, for you to comment, for you to share, subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. You know what else you need to do is you need to come on back. Come on back. I love you. You know I love you. I need for you to have a good day, to have a good night, and to have a good life, and to tune in for the next episode of Grover Takeover. You know I thank you. I'll see you next time.